Hi. Well, another day of the grind. You know, it gets old sometimes on a Friday. I hate to say it. It's time for me to probably go into another department. Um, you get so much work. I'm not saying what goes on, but see, this is what drives me or what irritates me with society. And like I was saying on my first video, in regards to getting a YouTube website up and running and maybe monetize it, my own channel. Um, what? How can I say it? Those of the higher ups do less, while the rest of us go on the status quo. Like I said, people have that niche where pretty much they're consumed with their own matters. They only care when it's absolutely necessary. And three, I would say specifically, they're in their own world. Society has gotten so bent out of shape of not offending people and more or less, you have to have the status quo. You have to be the best, and it's just not. That's not in it for me. You know, I look at things from the perspective of old school, and you earn what you put out, more or less. So you get that position based on merit if you're good at it. Now, I'm not a stickler in management. I don't want to be part of management. I'm never going to do that. But if I was, I would probably have a department meeting and say, listen, when we're short hours, my crew is just going to focus on the load. There's too much stuff that they have to do. Yes, I work nights. And you can see it in the eyes of those that are in charge. They're more concerned with the ins and outs of the perspective of the challenges of what the company has to do, per se. Now, my YouTube channel is going to focus, this YouTube channel is going to focus, like I said, the lows of starting a YouTube channel and not keeping on top of it, complaining about it. It's too much work. It's not about too much work. It's just a little bit of effort here, a little bit of effort there. Make it worthwhile and give it a shot. If you're out there, you want your own video. I'm doing it, And, people shouldn't mock it, Not mine, per se, but others. Or mock it in general, It's a lot better doing that than doing something dangerous, And I can say there's a lot of stuff out there, I'm just going off, a little bit overtired. I did a little bit more work than what I was supposed to do tonight, and I just, it bores me to know that I can be management, but yet I'm not. It's kind of irritating to know that I could probably do it, but I don't want the headache. They pay me a little bit more on my pay tier, where I'm making a decent buck right now. So I'm happy with it. But now, as far as my YouTube channel is concerned, we want to focus on the negativity, why people are the way they are, why society face backlash for just trying to become some sort of successful entrepreneur or whatever you're doing out there. The bottom line is you should dream, and if that dream is small, who cares? It's something to live it up. It's just, I don't know what the hell's wrong with the people I'm around with, Seriously. I'll give you an example. Someone's a great cook. They should, start a YouTube or TikTok channel on cooking. Oh, that takes too much time. Bullshit. You just post your video on a feed while you're cooking. You say a few words and that's all. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. And as far as me with my baseball card channel, I'm going to be doing more work on that. Stuff is coming in the mail. And this channel I want to focus mainly on, separate from all the negative aspects of why society is so beaten up out of the norm. I think it's a lot to do with after, COVID, and people don't want to offend people, and if you live in a democratic state, it's even worse, because people just, it's costly to live, number one, and number two, it's detrimental to one person's health. They don't want to cause friction amongst other people. If that person, him or her, is doing their job correctly and or doing their job well, they'll work around them, or they let them go and do their own thing. Which, doesn't concern me. What concerns me is the lack of order. Because some people do their job and don't care, whereas others do. And that goes the same thing with this whole thing of the negativity. Well, he's got a YouTube channel. Well, yeah, it sucks. You know what? At least I tried. You can go to hell. You know what I mean? At least I tried and gave it my all. And it's not something that I, am going to pursue professionally unless it comes out in my way where it's in favor of me. And I can handle it head on. It's just something of a side project. But I can't fathom the amount of negativity that's in society today. The quiet side of children. They have their own world. Oh, quick, don't say something about, to them, or you might upset them. Or, other things. And when I say other things, people have their own way of doing things, and if it's not done that way, they get pissed off. So I don't stammer. I let sleeping dogs lie. In regards to stuff such as where I live, how I'm living. And it's just, it's the little things. Eventually I'm going to be on my own. I don't want to be a burden to anyone. Quite frankly, I feel like I'm being taken advantage of in my situation now. But at the same time, it's a lot better where I am now versus where I was. so I can live with it. Even though today's society, it's taboo. It's really weird to be living with your ex and sharing a place with them as a couple. I mean, it makes me feel awkward, even though my income, I pay some of the bills. I take care of things when I can. I just don't. It's taboo. It's just. And when I enter this negativity, this whole society thing, I'm thinking the same thing. It's negative to be living the way I'm living. Negative, it's the downside of it is people don't really care like they did in years ago. They're more focused on themselves. And that's how I am. So that's all I got to say for now. Like or subscribe.